Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be taking a look at set 2259 Skull Motorbike from the LEGO Ninjago theme. Coming in at a whopping 157 pieces, the set retailed for $14.99. Now, if you want to get this set today, new, it's going to cost you a pretty penny of about 40 US dollars. And if you want to get the set used, it's going to cost you about 27 US dollars. Moving on to the minifigures, we have Jay, the Ninja of Lightning. Going from top to bottom, his face is accurate to the show. His torso and legs, however, are a little bit inaccurate. First, the shirt and his sash are the incorrect color. They should be more of a greenish blue than the dark blue it appears to be. And then another thing is these ropes right here that are connected around him. Those should be more of a reddish brown, and they appear to be more of a light brown. Then moving to the back, he unfortunately does not have any back printing. There should be more ropes here as well, and then an indication of the back of the shirt up here. And as you can see, he does not have an alternate face. Now here he is with his full gear. And he also comes with a black sword and the nunchucks of lightning, which they kind of leave a little bit to be desired. Unfortunately, to me, they don't look like actual nunchucks. Nunchucks are, they're straight. They don't have this little piece at the bottom, and the chains come out of the top. So these are definitely leave something to be desired, but they are still considered the nunchucks of lightning. Moving on to the second and final minifigure, we have Chop Off, who is briefly shown in episodes 1 and 2. Starting with the face is accurate to the show. The armor, the color on the spikes is accurate as well, and the sash color is accurate for him as well. Now, taking a look at the back, we see that he doesn't have any printing back here, but I believe that's perfectly fine for this minifigure, as it's a skeleton type minifigure. And then you can see that his armor helps add accents to the back so that it's a little bit more filled out. Now, looking at him with the fully geared up, he has this little helmet for him. And at no point in the show is he ever shown wearing this helmet. But I will say that it's perfectly fine for this character because it helps fill out his role of riding a motorcycle more in this particular set. Now, another thing we can look at here is the accessory that he comes with, which is a bronze axe coming out of a bone. I personally like this. I like any type of metallic color, so that's a great item for our minifigure. Another thing is the fact that he isn't seen riding this motorcycle. I think that it's fine for him to not be seen riding the motorcycle and having him in this particular set, mainly because of this helmet right here. Now, this helmet adds so much to this character that allows him, or that allows us as consumers to think, hey, this is his motorcycle. This could be considered Chop Off's motorbike just because of this helmet alone. Now, you could say the same thing for other characters, but because we got this one in this set, I will say this is his motorcycle. Finally, taking a look at what you're actually paying for, we have the Skull Motorbike. Now, first, starting at this position right here, we have these three light gray pieces, which should be white so that they can resemble bone. Then, moving on down the bottom, we have this piece right here, which is located on both sides, and this piece should be white as well to resemble more bone. Then we have this sticker element right here is not present within the show, but I don't mind it personally. But the tile that it's sitting on should be purple, and I think that's something that they could have easily done. And I think the sticker, instead of having a black background, it should have had more of a purple background. Then moving on to this portion right here, these light gray pieces should have been a dark gray. I think that would have looked better for the build. And then we have these flames. These can be both accurate or inaccurate, depending on how you have the vehicle displayed. I personally don't mind them. I think they're perfectly fine. Then going up this way, we have this area right here. Now this stud right here, it should be white, but it's not that big of a deal, to be honest. It's just something that you kind of notice, for me personally. Then we have these slope pieces right here. These should be purple for sure. I think that just having these little dabs of purple within the build just doesn't really add too much to it. I think if they would have had these pieces right here purple, it would have added so much more in terms of design. And it's something that is accurate to the show, is having this purple here. Now another thing is this front portion. This front portion is supposed to resemble a skull of some sorts. For the time that this came out, I think this is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. I think if a designer was to do this now, it would definitely not be good. I would assume with the new pieces that are out there, somebody could make a better design of what the skull was trying to resemble, which it appears to be some type of animal skull, but I am not sure what animal it would resemble the most. It might just be a custom thing, but this could have been better in my opinion. But for the time, it's okay. I will accept it. And then we have our play feature for this bike. Now notice this chain down here. This chain is not canon to the show. It's not part of it in any way. This is totally a play feature that was added by the designers. But what's meant to happen with this feature is, let's say that we have our little ninja and he's trying to run away, and we have our skull motorbike chasing him. The feature for this particular set is to hit this hard enough, and I was a little bit too far back there, but you understand the concept. You hit this hard enough and it's gonna knock your ninja while he's running. Now this play feature, again, as I said, is not canon to the show, but I do understand why they included it. So I think it's perfectly fine. I know the set is tailored towards kids. I think this feature is great for a motorbike. So the actual feature in itself is great. Again, the skull on the front, I wish it could have been better. It's I guess it's a product of its time, as one would say, but it's a good set, I would say, still. Now this is the whole set in its entirety. This is all that you get. This is all that we looked at. So what do I think of this set? I think the set, even though it has its inaccuracies, I think it's a great set. I don't mind it at all. The only criticism that I have on this set, besides the inaccuracies, which with some of the changes that could have been made in there, is the fact that for $14.99 you don't get a third minifigure. I think this would have been a great opportunity to include another Skulkin riding on the back of the bike along with Chop Off. This just would have added so much more, I think. In the actual show, you see them, you kind of see them riding in pairs mostly. But even if that wasn't the case, I think including another minifigure, another Skulkin minifigure would have been great for this particular set. I think if you are a Ninjago fan, and you're, a collector, this is a good set, or this is a must-have, I would say, because it's canon to the show. And if you're trying to build a little army, it might be a little bit, hard on the wallet, because it can get somewhat expensive depending on how you're trying to get it. I would say a lot of these pieces, though, are common for the most part, except for, the stickers and maybe some of the minifigures. But I feel like for the most part, everything else is very common still. And, you might be able to build this just with the instructions online. But yeah, I think the set is, I think it's good. I like it. It has some inaccuracies, but that's perfectly fine. Yes, it could have had one more minifigure, and that would have bumped it up probably to great for me. Yep, so that's been my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will try to get more reviews out as fast as possible. Thank you again for watching. Subscribe, like, all that stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one.